Sorry, you guys know how this goes. The battery, the wireless runs out.
We can relate. Yep.
Hey, Michelle, you go first. Give me a mic check again, just
Yeah.
to make sure.
How's this? Does this work, Jack?
I don't know why I'm not hearing anything.
Get to 5, say your name.
Michelle Fernandez, MoDOT.
You say peas and carrots over and over.
Please don't. Please don't. Thank you.
Some of it goes good.
I'll try it.
Go.
Michelle Fernandez, MoDOT.
Okay, now it's working.
All right.
So hang on, let me, if you're ready to go, let me do the.
All right. Good afternoon. I'm Michelle Fernandez, MoDOT Assistant District Engineer here in St. Louis District. Clearing roads during a winter storm and after the storm ends is a critical function of MoDOT. With years of high turnover, MoDOT is nearly 1,000 employees, or 30% below the staffing levels that we would like to see for tackling a winter storm. In the past, MoDOT has had roughly 3,400 employees in order to do winter operations. So we are nearly 1,000 employees short of what we would like. All available MoDOT crews are working 12-hour shifts, and we will be focusing on interstates and higher major roadways during the storm. So again, we're going to focus mostly on interstates and higher volume roadways until those roads are mostly clear after the storm ends. With the reduced staffing available to drive snowplows, it will take longer for us to accomplish mostly clear after a storm ends. The lower volume, state lettered and numbered roadways, it may take us a while to get to those until the storm ends. With that, I'm going to hand over to National Weather Service to give us an update on the weather forecast.
So we are expecting light snowfall to move into the region tonight into tomorrow morning, and this is going to impact the Tuesday morning commute. Snow is expected to move into the St. Louis region around midnight tonight and is expected to move out between 9 and 10 a.m. Tuesday morning. Our greatest snowfall intensity is going to occur between 2 and 6 a.m. Tuesday morning as we start into the Tuesday morning rush hour. With temperatures hovering around freezing for the duration of the event, we are expecting around an inch of snow accumulation across the region, with up to 2 inches possible in some areas. Because of that, our morning commute will be impacted. Falling snow will restrict visibilities, and snow is expected to accumulate on untreated roadways as well as bridges and overpasses. And so with that, we'd like to remind everyone that, especially with these first couple snowfalls of the year, that we would express caution in driving. Please leave room for you to, in between cars, and room early as you leave the house for work tomorrow morning. I'll pass it over to Corporal Bolton with State Highway Patrol.
So with the expected snowfall, the best advice we can give for those who can stay at home, do so. If you have the ability to work remotely from home, go ahead and plan to do that. If you don't have any significant reason why you need to be out in the morning, go ahead and stay home. If you do have to get out, plan ahead. It's been said just a moment ago, plan your day. Know you're gonna need to leave earlier, wake up earlier, leave the house earlier, because you're gonna need to drive slower. The roadway is not going to be normal conditions. It's not going to be dry. Could be slick. Leave earlier and drive slower. Just because the speed on, say, the interstate is 60 or 65, that doesn't mean you need to go that speed. Drive at a speed that's going to be right for the condition of the roadway so you can get where you're going safely. Also avoid aggressive driving. It's dangerous on a dry roadway, and it's gonna be even more dangerous on a slick or snow-covered roadway. Someone in front of you may be driving slower. That's because they're trying to get where they're going safely. So if you can also slow down, do that. Just fall in line. Don't accelerate to try to go around them. It's going to lead to a crash and could lead to multiple crashes due to a chain reaction. So drive the speed limit, slow down, don't follow too close, and also leave room for the MoDOT workers. They're out there treating the roads, making them safer for you to get to where you're going safer. We don't want to crowd them. We don't want to make it a worse situation by you possibly running into them. That's going to take another road off the truck, or another truck off the road that's going to be trying to make the roadway safer for us. If you do slide off the road for some reason, you end up off the roadway, stay in your car. It's going to be the safest place for you. Remain in there. Call 911 or star 55 is straight to the Highway Patrol. We'll be there to assist you as soon as we can. And if you could, go ahead and tonight, before you have to make your commute tomorrow, put things in your car like water, blankets, things like that. You may not be stuck for very long, but it's always nice to have some kind of emergency kit in your car, just in case something were to happen and you were to get stuck for a significant amount of time. Now I'll turn it over to Bob Beck.
Good afternoon, I'm Bob Becker, District Maintenance Engineer for MoDOT St. Louis. As we all know, there's going to be a winter event coming in this evening. And our folks are out putting a treatment down ahead of time. They're spraying salt brine on the roadways today. It's going to come in fairly dry storm, so that shouldn't be a problem. Give us some advantage when that first starts coming out here this evening. Our plan going forward is we'll have fill crews in tonight. About 7 o'clock we're going to have in, because we like to be out ahead of these storms. And so we're going to be out keeping an eye on things. As it starts coming down, we'll put an appropriate treatment down to try to keep it off the roadways the best we can. Now, temperatures are kind of in our favor. It looks like they're going to be in the low 30s, just maybe even in the upper 20s tonight. So that will be to our advantage. The chemicals will work very well in those conditions, so that'll help. And then we have, and we'll be out monitoring, watching everything, plowing if necessary when conditions warrant that. But like I said, we're hoping it's more of a treating storm. The biggest concern with these coming in overnight, as you all know, is rush hour tomorrow morning. That's those conditions, and even if we do get everything, we're just keep it from freezing on the roadway, those roads are going to be wet. So tomorrow morning, go to MoDOT.org, check the travel information maps, the other roads are, watch your local news, see what those conditions are, and give yourself plenty of time to get to work in the morning or wherever you have to go. Because that's the biggest key. When conditions are wet or snowy, your cars don't react like they normally do, so please take your time. And as always, give us plenty of room when you're out there. Watch out for our trucks, give yourselves plenty of room and us plenty of room. And we'll be out for as long as this is. Fortunately, tomorrow looks like the temperatures are going to get in the 40s. So once that starts warming up, it'll melt off the roadways pretty quickly. But that first thing in the morning when things are the coldest, that'll be the big concern for everything, and that's always in rush hour when a lot of traffic's out. So we want everybody to be careful when you're out there. Watch out for us and watch out for each other.
So MoDOT has shifted statewide resources to help with the critical staffing shortages. MoDOT is anticipating it will take us longer to clear the roadways after the storm ends. Please be patient, give yourselves plenty of room, and allow extra drive time. This storm is anticipating to impact AM rush. So check the MoDOT traveler information map for roadway conditions. And again, we understand that each roadway is a priority for our users, but MoDOT will be focusing resources first on our interstates and major high volume roadways, and then transitioning to the lower volume state and lettered routes. Again, just if you can avoid travel during Tuesday's AM rush and give us time, give our operators plenty of room to work, just be patient. We will be out tackling this winter storm. So with that, we will take any questions.
You said they've shifted some staffing. Can you explain that a little bit more?
So MoDOT is tackling the storm as a statewide team. So we have moved resources into the areas of higher impact. So we do have additional snowplow drivers to help with those critical staffing shortages within the path of the storm. So as we evaluate that path of the storm, we are shifting our available snowplow operators into those areas.
Do you know how many many drivers and what other areas they might, or districts they might be coming from?
So we would like to see, roughly 3,400 operators. MoDOT is currently 1,000 operators short of that number. So we have all available snowplow operators on 12-hour shifts, and we will be working the storm as needed.
But no specific numbers that you can give out about, the Jeff City has sent us 50 drivers, Jeff City District has sent us 50 drivers to the St. Louis area.
So we have all of our available operators. As we've evaluated the storm, MoDOT has shifted our statewide resources into the areas most needed to tackle the winter storm.
Couple more questions.
What's your assessment of, Saturday's storm in response to that? We were listening to Sienna traffic, and you would hear dispatchers and officers saying, like, where is MoDOT? We need them out here, but I think everyone got caught a little flat-footed. So what's your assessment?
Do you want to talk about
Yeah,
Saturday?
Yeah, unfortunately, that was an unexpected storm. I mean, we keep a close eye on the weather. We've got a good relationship with National Weather Service, and they were talking about forecast even Friday night. We're getting flurries, southern part of the district or southern part of the area, and yes, we got a lot more than we expected. And it takes time to get people out, keep people ready, get people on the roads. Like I said, today's storm, we're getting out ahead of it. We're gonna have a treatment down. That storm, we didn't have anything. And unfortunately, like what happened downtown, once you get a large pile up like that, we can't get there either. And that's our biggest tool, is to get a treatment down so we can get that traffic that is stuck out and around.
Last question.
In reacting to that, did you get a bunch of brine put down to clear the roads, and did that help get you started for this next storm?
Right, they're doing that currently. We've got our trucks out there putting some brine down to get ready for that, getting a little ahead of that storm for us.
Thank you, guys. We're gonna have
Thank you.
another media briefing tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m.